Enjoy.
So hello, my name is Oliver from Evoguard. So today I want to give you an overview about Evoguard and also our new brand in the group AMCO. Both companies are owned by the Grones Group. And for today I have two main topics. And the first one is who we are. And then the other points is an overview about our portfolio. And then I have some special things about our QR code or data viewer that gives you much more safety. And also I will give you an overview about our reference worldwide in dairy industries. So at first, who we are. So Krones had a big division of process technology, and these have more or less four main pillars. So the one of the main pillars is Krones and Steinecker and Transmarket. And these companies are especially in the brewery business. So they are doing new breweries, greenfield breweries, brownfield breweries, updates, components, units in the breweries. Then the second main pillar is the soft drinks and spirits. So we do this with global engineering companies all over the world. We want to be so close to the customer as possible. So that means we have engineering hubs in Dubai, we have engineering hubs in Singapore, also in the US, in Brazil, and the other one. And these engineering hubs are especially on the soft drinks, on teas and other spirits or coffee cooking. Then we have a main engineering department. This is for especially also for the dairies. Though in that case, also these different engineerings are split in the groups of Krones, Milkron, and Steinecker. Milkron is focused on the dairy engineering. Together with Steinecker, also they are doing together the engineering for the plant-based drinks. This is a future market for us, and also in general, we're doing also engineering for home and personal care in that case. And the last pillar is our component and unit business. So that means units are coming from Krones, like a CIP station, blender, mixer stations. And then the process components are coming from Evoguard and AMCO. And at the end, so also our company HST is a manufacturer of the homogenizers we have in our own portfolio. Then, so the business line units and components then have also some main divisions. So the first one is, I talk today more in detail, is the component business. Then also we have a water business that is coming with our hydronomic systems for the water treatments in different versions. So that means media filtration, ultrafiltration, reverse osmosis systems. So everything you need, also UV, ozone or chlorine dioxide treatments. Then especially for the dairies, we also have the thermal product treatments with different systems. So it depends on the product. We can offer varioflash systems for beer juice or varioflash systems for the juices, and at least varioaseptic pasteurization systems for juice and milks in the highest quality. Then also we round up these units with the continuous blending and carbonization stations. That is also, everything is done by the Krones group, and then we have also standardized CIP systems and filtration systems, but at the end of the day we can do it also in a customized way. Though then the portfolio, everything from one source. So I want to give you some details in the second point, and at first, so I want to start a video. Perfect, it is running. In this video is the beginning what Krones can offer to a customer. At the end of the day is you need the land and enough money, and then we can generate from the picture, from a 3D video animation to the full factory. So in a turnkey, it's done. It's in Germany. It's a cheese factory. So we did the factory planning here. That is starting with the milk reception. Then also the tanks are coming from some manufacturers, not manufactured by Krones by his own. There are specialists on the market. We put it in the project. So also process and filling depends. Is it carton or bottle? Depends on the products. Also administration buildings, lab buildings. So we can design Then CAP station for the trucks, for the cleanings. Warehouse also, we have with System Logistics in Italy, a warehouse company. We can do also warehouses, also cold warehouses is possible, also with AGVs, everything you need. Also utilities, water treatment systems outside for the factory. And then we are coming to the details. This is done by Micron in the engineering, our experts. So in the components way, so utility area, tanks, pumps, filtration systems, intake systems for the raw milk and raw cream. Raw milk tanks, also then the manifolds to distribute the milk in the different directions. Then CIP, cleaning unpasteurized components. So also here's a station. This is a customized, this is not a standardized CIP, but also this is a customized version with a CIP forward, valve clusters, and CIP back. Then the pasteurization areas with a lot of tanks and with the filtration. Storage tank for milk, cream, or juice, so it is also more coming closer and closer that milk meets juice. Then our valve clusters, so the P&IDs are coming from our engineering. The design of the valve clusters is done by Evoguard. So we are producing per year around about 300 of these valve clusters. Depends on the size of the project and how we have to split it. Also utilities, installation, everything is organized by Krones. Then we are coming, in this case, this is a varioseptic system, so that means for UHT products. So all these equipments are engineered and built in Neutraubling, and we are the main supplier of the component system, also with homogenizers, tubular heat exchangers. Also here we have an own program for the tubes, also for the complete system you see here, for preheating units. So the aeration vessels, so also with special systems inside to produce the product in the best conditions and handle it in the right way. Yeah, this is also, we use it also in the dairy. Yeah, if it is a juice sometimes in the mixing, depends on it. Yeah. Then our HSD homogenizers, this is also a really well experienced company, also here from the lab homogenizer to big homogenizers with different homogenizing valves, depend also on the product side, really well experienced colleagues on this side. Then preheating systems. Number two, for product versus water systems, also with different pipe designs, depends always on the product side, with the viscosity, also with cross corrugated tubes we can use for a better results. Pre-holding lines, so also a nice design from Krones to keep everything compact. If it is possible, all the units will be designed that we can put it in a container, also for the transportation. Then product in aseptic tanks. Then the first component, this is a aseptic mix-proof valve with a steam barrier between. So also you find it behind you on our booth from our partner company HB in UK. So we can explain it to you more in details. That is mostly from the batch tanks, the trans change over to the filling lines. Then the filling for the Krones. So we as a specialist, if you can go in the bottle. Yeah. So this was a fast overview about it. At the end of the day, land plus money, and then 2 years later you get the key. Okay. Now, uh, I was too slow, too fast. So now I want to come to my next point, and this is the point of the overview about our portfolio of the components. That means, so in Evoguard, so our main focus is hygienic processing valves for the beverage industries and dairy industries. Also with the valve, we can do the valve automations, the valve blocks, but we don't do any engineering, process engineering. The process engineering is always coming from external companies, from the customer, or by our own engineering hubs. Then from the P&IDs, we can manufacture the valve blocks. Also then for the pumps, we can offer the full range of pumps. That means a huge range of centrifugal pumps in hygienic versions, also industrial pumps for the secondary water systems. And also we have a big range with our new member in the group, AMCO. We have a big range of positive displacement pumps. So I give you later an overview. Then as Evoguard, we can deal the single tubes maybe for some different customers to use it in their own customized CIP stations. So we have the tubes or for the product area. Then we are also producing tank safety and cleaning systems. These systems are more used on the side of the breweries for the pressure tanks. And this is one of our main parts we are producing to come in detail. So I want to start with the valves. The overview of the valves is we split our valves in three main groups. So one of the split is a hygienic valve. This is the most used version in the food and beverage industries. Then also for some specific applications, we can use the ESL. It's also well known that we have now ESL product. That means extended shelf life products. There we have some special diaphragm, single and double seat mixproof valves. And then if you go in the fully aseptic, instead of our competitors, we have a jump in a third group, and this is the full aseptic valves. In Evoguard, we use aseptic valves with metal bellows. We don't have PTFE or diaphragms inside here. There is from engineering side a little bit different. And in aseptic, we have always to discuss the pH values, the microorganism, and other parameters, what we have to follow for the final product. But these parameters must come from the customer, so he needs a product, and then with our components, we give him the right product on the right for the right point. Then also we have protection systems. That means vacuum valves, safety valves, a huge range. Then a feedback system. So in different versions, also the new feedback system on control heads with many new options. So is also here you can show on our booth. Then modulating valves, control valves for the versions hygienic, ESL, or in aseptic. Then we are coming to the control head of this Evo Connect 1. We are working also on the Industrial 4.0. We have to update our control heads. So in that case, so we have simple versions, only a feedback system that you have only the nice light on top of the valve, or with solenoids. Then in the standard electric connection, 24 volts, or in ASI. Bus. So also here many applications are inside. Also it is working for normally open, normally closed valves by function. Manual or automatic initialization is also per touch inside. It's really simple for the operators. And then we have a second version, so that is Evo Connect 2, and this is then always installed with pneumatic solenoid. Is also in different versions. Then also here we have two versions of ASI boost, so that means 3.0 and 2.1. Also for the older ASI masters can be used. And the new one is what we are promoting is the IO link. And at the moment we are thinking that we want to offer IO link A and B. So at the moment there is no real clear indication how is the market going. He's going to IO link A with 4 wires or to 5 with B. Now we are still waiting. We are preparing both, but at the end of the day, it's we have so many options on this I/O link. Like so, we have acceleration sensor. So if you have water hammers in the system, we have a temperature sensor. We can monitor the air supply. So you have really a transparent production that you can overview all the parameters in your productions and many sensors. And I think this will be the bus system for the future from us. Yeah. 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 So that is so you can use it in the complete market, and the advantage of these systems is, especially with the I/O link, that you can do the FAT and the first starting of the systems on site in a really fast way. So for example, if you're going in an ASIBus system, you need always you have to program every control head for his right position. Later on, if you change it, also you need always somewhere who is programming and say you are in the ASIBus slave number 18 with this program. With I/O link, it's much faster and easier, and you have more automation inside this. Then we are jumping to the pumps. So on the pumps range, this is our centrifugal range in a full hygienic version. So also here we have three main groups. So the one is the non-self-priming centrifugal pumps. Then we have a self-priming version in different sizes, and then a multi-stage pumps, depends also on how much volume we need. The advantage on this pump range is our mechanical shaft seal system. So on this system, we can say that up to 80% of our sizes, we use the same size of a mechanical shaft seal. So that means sliding ring will be always the same size, only the counter rings depends on the product we are using, could be carbon, a silicon carbide, or a wolfram carbide solution, and also many options here on this pump range. And also the different here on these pumps, the housings of these pumps machined out of a solid block of stainless steel. We don't cast, and we don't have any hydroformed housings. So this is on a high level in production. And then also then the next one is the rating of our positive displacement pumps and also mixer and blender systems. So this is our new member in the Krones group, AMCO. AMCO is a US company, really well known. Also here in Germany we have a subsidiary, and it's an excellent range, and I'm very happy that this brand is a member now of our group. We have used it in the past also for many projects, and now we take it over. And so in the future we can offer, especially in the dairy, always the right pump for the right application. So we have here also well-known experienced guys. Also the sales guy for UK and Ireland is on site today. So also if you have questions, the specialist is here to give you more explanation, so what they offer. And that is a bigger range than our competitors. We have circumferential positive displacement pumps. We have the typical loop pump, and also we can offer twin screw pump, depends on the process. Then we have also mixers and blenders in different versions for tanks or other things on these pumps. And also they have a range of centrifugal pumps. This is to round up their whole program, also with two types of centrifugal pumps if this is necessary, and also we can offer in industrial or secondary pumps for the processes. Then I want to change over to the overview of our heat exchanger systems, or in wording. So we have the full heat exchanger. This is always a project of Krones. There is a big calculation behind on it, and we need the specialists, and you have to know the whole one. If you need a complete system, then it's a question to my colleagues of Krones, also here in UK in Bolton. Then you have the version single pipe of such a tubular heat exchanger. This is dealt by Evoguard. Also here we have single modules in different versions. So that means also, for example, the PV, PV means product water solutions, or the C version. This is for CIP stations. Is a small one. Is a really small, compact single module. And then also we have it in bigger chains. Starts a standard module for usable for everything. Then it's a U module. This is attractive in pricings. and could be a good solution in a high quality. Then I want to give you an overview about our customer benefits. So we have a clearly part identification. We have a high process reliability. Though we are really, really maintenance friendly, this was one of our main topics in the design of Krones, that we have to send 1,500 service technicians worldwide, and they cannot learn something new. They get trained and they have always only their toolbox on site, and with this toolbox they have to do the overhauling of the whole equipment and machines. That is important. Then we have compact actuator designs. So also a certified product quality that is starting with our source, that our source of the products where we are in touch with the product directly is only Europe. There is nothing coming from Asia or somewhere. So we are really critical here. Then we have a consequent process connections. So then always we have always working with the innovation, with the experience. So that means also our mother Krones is involved in our designs. What is the next step of the need and what we can do better? And this is coming then together from one, and that means Evoguard. And all that is in part we are strictly following the EU machine directives. And it's also we have also following the pressure directives from the TÜV. What does this mean? So beginning with the design of a valve, TÜV is a consulting involved in our engineering. And the TÜV goes out by the audits, and also he's doing all the stress tests with the valve by water hydraulics. So we will be always sure that the systems are working well. Then the last one is so our QR code system. I think this is a really interesting point. So since the beginning of this year, 2023, all our valves or pumps are supplied with a label with a QR code direct. On this QR code, I can demonstrate it on one of our components on the show. You have the option that with a scan on this label, then you have all the data on the data viewer directly on the smartphone. That means for the specific product, we have a 100% traceability system behind. So we have the details for product information. You have an overview about all spare parts. You can download all manuals in different languages. What is existing, and you have a direct contact, an option for a direct contact to your company on site by email. You can contact directly in emergency Evoguard directly, and this we have completely. And also in that case, we have for the older valves also an option. This is on our next slide, that we have a web-based version. That means with the serial number of the label and the production date, you find this also in a web-based version. And then also for all older valves, from the beginning on, you find all data from Evoguard components in a web-based version with the manuals for a fast supply. So, okay. Then is one of my last point is the references. So we are independent, but we have a lot of references. So these are some projects I was involved. I think you feel some brands you know really well. And what is important one, what I want to show you, we make it all over the world with our engineering. So it's a greenfield dairy in Mauritania. It could be also the name well-known brands here in Europe, but also we do Cacolat in Spain or Lakeland or many Germanies. So in that case, we can do everything, but we are, as I always say, an independent company in the dairies. But the experience is here, and now I want to come to the end. And if you have any questions, so you can do the questions now, or you can do it later on our booth behind you, and then we are happy to speak with you. Thank you.